Okay, so we have a 1500 point battle report for you today. I'm playing some mechanized Eldar, got a Nightspinner, Eldrad with striking scorpions is in here, 2 units of shooty dire Avengers, so Exarch with dual guns, Bladestorm, that stuff, Warwalkers with scatter lasers, and I'm facing Tyranids. It looks like a tiny force because there's tons of stuff outflanking. Right here we have some Hormigons, we have a Tyrant with 3 Tyrant Guard, Biovores, I don't even know what that guy back there is, but he's that's a card effects back there, badass looking dude. And there's tons of stuff outflanking. Gene Stealers with a Broodlord outflanking. The Lichter showing up randomly somewhere. Outflanking Gene Stealers, outflanking Gene Stealers, outflanking Gene Stealers. Good lord. That's all my guys inside the vehicles. And I am going to go first unless my opponent can steal initiative. No, we got a 2. So Eldar is going first. We're going to see what happens. So back in. Okay, rounding up. Top of turn 1 for Eldar. Fortune on the squad inside here. Yeah, I like to have Fortune going, even though there's not a lot of shooting from my opponent. Guide on these guys. Guide on this thing just for the benefit of the Shuriken cannon. So what happened? Firing. We fired a ton of stuff into the unit that was in front here. Killed most of these Hormigons. There's only, I think, looks like 4 left. And Warwalkers, 2 of them were able to see, but the third one was not able to see. So we got some shots in on this group. We ended up killing one of the Tyrant Guard, but no wounds on anything else in that unit. And that was it. You know, these guys moved up over here. This thing didn't even bother moving. That thing moved up over there. Being relatively conservative this turn. We're going to see what happens bottom of turn 1 for Tyranids. Okay, rounding up real quick here. Bottom of turn 2, what happened? Everything ran up 6 inches, ran up 2 inches. I think ran up also 2 inches. The Carnifex over here. These guys moved up, tried to hit into the Warwalker. They were able to see the Warwalker. Got 3 hits on the Warwalker, but couldn't get through the armor 10. They needed 6s to do something, but no luck there. And we're on to top of turn 2 coming up. Army's advancing on me. Looks like there's going to be some dudes coming in next turn. I got to stay away from the table edges. Dear God. Okay, back here. Rounding up top of turn 2 for Eldar. Pretty good shooting turn. Guided these guys. Fortune, Eldrad squad in there. Doom, the big squad with the Tyrant, which are now dead. Warwalkers managed to get in there. Took the Tyrant down to 2 wounds, and then 2 crack missiles that were twin-linked from those 2 vehicles. That one went 12. They managed to wipe out the Tyrant. In the meantime, the big blast from this guy, he flew over here, nuked into here, managed to kill one of those Biovores, and then just webbed these 2 things. And that was it. Flat out on Eldrad's vehicle. They're swinging around the side towards that, and we're going to see what shows up from the swarm of guys that are coming on from the flank. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 2 for Tyranids. These guys finally showed up. They did show up on this side of the table edge. They only managed to run 3 inches, so they're kind of over here. They're threatening my objective. I'm going to have to deal with those. These little guys, the Hormigons, they managed to. I think they're past the leadership or whatever, so they came out over here. They couldn't hurt me, but they just used that distance. They fleeted and they charged it anyways just to get a bonus movement, because hey, why not, right? And they're putting some pressure on me here. Carnifex made his leadership because he wasn't in Synapse anymore, but he decided to come towards that area there. Get out of the line of sight of these guys, I guess, right? And these guys made their leadership as well, despite being out of Synapse. Climbed up here, fired into the Warwalkers, but couldn't do anything with the strength 4 hits there. So only 1 group showed up, shockingly. There was 5 things that could show up. There's still 4 of them on the windowsill there, but so be it. And on with top of turn 3. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 3. Fortune on Eldrad's squad inside there. Doom on this guy, but I ended up actually not firing anything at him. Doom on these guys, but only killed 4 of them from the Warwalker shots, and that thing scattered completely away. Very unfortunate. So be it, eh? That was it. Yeah, I think I made a mistake. I moved that guy away so he'd be out of range of anything, of guys that are coming on and out of range of that guy, but I should have just moved him here and unloaded. Because, how am I going to kill all this enough stuff that's going to be coming on? We'll see what happens. So, bottom of turn 3. Forgot to mention also, flat out over here on Eldrad's vehicle. Everything else went about 12 inches for the most part. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 3, 2 units showed up. One of them had to come on this side. The other one chose to show up here. They're being very conservative, coming on this side. Not really close to any objectives, but I guess they're going to use their speed to work across the board. And my opponent's pretty smart because I do have most of my stuff is sort of far away from them. These guys, yeah, Lichter showed up. He's nicely hidden inside there, so he couldn't shoot, but we couldn't shoot him either. So we're going to have to decide what to do against him. These guys climbed up inside this building over here. Over here, what happened, this Carnifex was just in range to get in on my vehicle, had the D3 extra attacks item, managed to get a single hit in, exploded the vehicle. Luckily, no one died in the explosion because they had Fortune armor and they were not pinned. But now they're going to clearly have to fight this guy. I mean, there's nowhere to run. We're going to have to fight this Carnifex over here. And that was it. Some shooting from those 2 Biovores in that building. Hit into here again, but couldn't cause any damage. Okay, rounding up, top of turn 4. What happened? Fortune on Eldrad's squad. Doom on the Carnifex. What happened to the Carnifex? Eldrad saved one of his powers, Mind War. First time in a long time, managed to successfully Mind War just a Carnifex to death. Rolled a 5, Carnifex rolled a 1. I think Eldrad's leadership is 10, that guy's a 7. Unbelievable. So those guys pulled all their pistols out, and then they just kind of like, look at Eldrad, look at the smoldering wreck that is a Carnifex carcass, put their pistols away, and that was it. What else happened over here? These guys, this was actually tough. I managed to gun this thing down, but I had to Bladestorm. Before that, I nuked missiles into it. It still wasn't enough. They went to ground, so I had to fire all these Warwalkers up there. All the Warwalkers in there. Finally managed to gun it down. The Nightspinner here, nuked into here, had a beautiful connection, managed to kill 4 guys from one unit, 5 guys from the other unit, and they're both webbed. And that was pretty much it. So on to bottom of turn 4. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 4. What happened? These guys moved up through dangerous terrain. 4 more guys died, so 1 unit is just wiped out. This unit is still alive here, though. Lichter popped out over here, shot into this, couldn't connect. Charged it, got a hit, but couldn't go through the rear armor. On the other hand, though, what happened here? Barrage from these guys. Just were able to see one of these guys. Direct hit from both of them. So many saves caused that the entire unit, including the Exarch, wiped off the board. Amazing. Literally amazing. That's the shot these guys saved for so many games. I think they got something like 20 hits and something like 16 wounds. They've been saving that, man. They've been saving that. Blew them away. Obliterated an entire troop choice there. Other than that, this squad finally showed up. They decided to go for the closer objective, maybe to get some revenge against Eldrad. You know, last hurrah over here. And we're on to turn 5. Turn 5? Yeah, turn 5. Okay, so rounding up, top turn 5. Everything moved away a little bit and gunned into here. These walkers actually helped gun into the Lichter. Finally blew them away. Missiles and things fired into here, reduced these guys down to only 3. They are webbed now from the big gun. Over here, Eldrad fortuned his own squad, doomed those guys, and they just fired pistols, plus he also fired his Eldritch Storm, succeeded getting in there. Reduced them down to 2, but we're going to take a charge from these 2 guys. We're sort of, contesting that objective there. And that is going to be it. So on to bottom turn 5. Rounding up bottom turn 5. I mean, pretty quick. These guys charged in here, tried to wreck this thing, but just got a penetration through to shake him, unfortunately. Over here, those poor guys charged in, managed to go first, killed 1 guy, but then Eldrad just chopped the last 2 guys down, hit with both of his attacks, killed him. So at that point, bottom turn 5, we're going to call the game. But thanks for the game. Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry it was so lopsided, but thanks for the game. Yeah, if your guys had shown up earlier, they would have been different, because you only had 1 squad show up, right?
Everything would have been different.
Yeah.
Some guys over there.
Yeah. But thanks for the game, man.